All right, let's say our verse. So in everything, do to others what you would want them do to you. For this sums up the law and the prophets. Now we got a couple of attorneys here, and that's pretty much that's the whole case y'all make all the time, right? Let's do for them what they've done to you, client. Let's do what they, no, that's not it. That's not it. Let's do, hey client, hey friends, let's do for them what you would have had them do for you. That's the advice. Oh, you fired up about this? Let's do. And then just what am I supposed to do with myself today? What am I interested in? What do I want? I gotta want that for Tom. I want a lot of good things. Who wants some good things for themselves? All right. Then there's none of that that's good that you can justify you shouldn't want for your neighbor. That's just a quick summary. Okay, so how do we help them get it? So now let's have some fun. What do the people you serve want? This is what they come to you and ask and say, I want this. Give me some things. Make it fun if you can. Make it true. Huh?
Time.
They want time? How do they ask for time? Greg, in this new space.
Be with you. By asking to be with you, you know.
Meet with you. Can I meet with you? Okay.
Right. Peace.
What was the one before interest rates?
Peace. Peace.
They want peace. Now, they call you and say, Michael, this thing's kind of a mess. Will you look at this contract and will you give me peace? No, what do they want? That might be what they need. What do they want?
Resolution so they can get to the
How they say it to you?
person.
They helped you out. Fix it. Fix it when?
Now.
Okay, good. Good. These guys could all be attorneys. Y'all need to hire them. Okay.
They're even there, so I mean.
Yeah, even there. Good. What's another one? Interest rate? They say, what do they say about that to you, Chris? Huh?
Low interest rate.
How do they ask it though? Hey, Walker, will you give me some of your honesty and integrity today? Have you ever had anybody ask you that?
No, they want your advice, and sometimes your advice is you don't need me, you need something else.
Okay, how do they ask for your advice? What's like a request?
Can I retire and spend X number of dollars?
Help me. It's help me retire, right?
Honest advice.
Help me stay rich. What else? Anything else you really want to put out here? Help me get this, okay? So you're saying they say, help me fix it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do they really need on some of these? Okay, some of you already said it.
Peace of mind.
Okay.
They need confidence they're doing the right thing.
That they're doing. So that's more confirmation,
Okay.
right? Confirmation that I'm not spending too much money. Validation. Can I meet with you? What do they want, Greg?
Time.
They want your time. They need your time.
Fellowship. Expertise.
One more, help me fix it. What does that client really want?
Quality of life.
Quality of life.
Information.
Go ahead and mention one kind of consumer thing yet. Okay. They really need information. Which one does that go with? They might in that time they might need information, right? You commercial real estate guys will just put you all together. You can't read it, can you, Tom?
Should have been a doctor.
It's ridiculous. Okay, what are some of the wants that confound you the most? What's the most? Anybody got a ridiculous one they've heard? Who wants that?
Trust me, I don't want.
Makes me sick to look at it. Like 7 pools on the back of that thing. Makes me dizzy.
How's that thing not just tip over?
It's gonna fall. It's going to. I don't understand it. Don't go on this one, please.
Watching YouTube, because YouTube's trying to get me to watch it.
I mean, how long? I blew it. How long is our memory? Remember in COVID, the people got stuck out there and couldn't even get anywhere for days? Are you going to feel any better if you're stuck in that mess? Sounds terrible, doesn't it, Wade? Let's not go. Okay. Is it getting harder to meet people's needs?
No.
No? Why?
Nothing new under the sun.
But have higher rates made it harder to make mortgages?
Yes.
Yeah, a little harder. And then ultimately, you can solve somebody's need. You can't necessarily give them what they call about that. You can't give it to them for $482 a month. And if they just need money, you can't help them. You can't. The employee who's in trouble, who's on a base salary, a good base salary for digital marketers, by the way, right? Good base salary, okay, right? Because Tom might take him and pay and put him on his project in a minute. But a good base salary. But if they've gotten themselves into financial trouble, and even though they make whatever base, to just fix it today for them, it'd be really difficult. It'd be a long-term play. You can't just all of a sudden wipe out $10,000 of bonus. Yes. Okay, good. We got a super spiritual crowd, and we know we only need one thing, and we can get that for them, but all the things in between will help us get there. Good? The rest of the groups have really been split on this, like much harder. The same person said it's easier to serve clients' needs because service is so bad. It's harder to keep employees because they want what they want tomorrow, and they're not willing to be patient to get there. So we got to break this down a little further. I no longer have a need to wear massive ruffles or sequin pants when I mostly work from home and want to be more comfortable, and said Johnson, a 31-year-old advertising strategy director who lives in Chicago. So big IPO right before COVID, Rent the Runway. Anybody invest in that?
My wife.
Good.
Yeah.
She was buying stuff from there. Did she literally invest?
Oh no, it's a good deal though.
But a big deal. Everybody wanted fancy stuff on demand fast. COVID came around, and then all of a sudden you don't have to be so fancy all the time. Quarter zip still work, but everything else is too fancy. Okay, so our needs change fast, really fast. So if you build a whole business just to meet some need, especially some new emerging need, you could get in trouble. So you can't put your hope there, is one thing. The needs behind the needs is what we need to see. People value more than just money and prestige. Other psychological resources allow people to fulfill the two basic needs for safety and self-esteem. So, Taylor is right. This is important. So we're going to see how this unlocks what people want to what the original need, to a need behind a need, to eventually help lead them to Jesus. It still does. It still works that way. Because if I got no money, I really need Jesus, actually. If I'm not going to be able to eat, I'm out in the desert by myself, I'll be in trouble. If the bomb is definitely dropping on me tonight, if I'm being crucified like those who shared the gospel originally, they got to go past that. But there are basic needs, and you don't really want to talk to people about these other 6 things if they need to be protected from harm. A little more than just my windows getting smashed in, which happened to me 10 days ago too, Tom. So for the first time in 56 years, I actually had my windows smashed. So it does happen, but we're talking about a little bit more than that. We're talking about I don't know if I'm going to live. I don't know if I'm safe enough to live. That's what this is talking about. And then self-esteem is I don't know if I'm worth anything. So if I don't have those are at the middle. But most of your people that you're working with have some self-esteem and some resources. And so then we want to, when they call and ask things, especially your clients, you want to be able to meet it. Material resources. Most of you work in ways that help people get material resources. The advertising team yesterday, the people at a different agency, were saying they want to make more profit in their business. And then we took it a step further. So some people say they want profit. They're putting the space together for profit. You didn't mention that they need 10,000 feet. So some of it's material, and that's what unlocks what people are really, really after these days. Yes? They're really after money and stuff. And they think that satisfies them. Some of them are after status. Some of them are after autonomy, freedom. I want total control over my life. Y'all know somebody like that? Morality. Some of them are just trying to be more moral. How to get better. Achievement. Some of them, I just want to achieve stuff. I don't really care about the money. Steve Jobs really didn't care about the money. He really didn't. He was trying to achieve unbelievable things. Achievements. What drove him, I'd say. Affiliation, some just want to belong to something. I want to be on a good team. Had NIL folks in here Wednesday morning. At the end of the day, it still matters what kind of team you're going to be on. No matter how ridiculous some of that is, okay? Some of them are doing it for money, but if I'm going to one school for 1.4 versus 1.2, there are going to be some other things that drive it, because as an 18-year-old, I have no idea the difference in 1.2 and 1.4 and what that means for my life. Oh, it might be status, see? It might be, oh, I got more than any other lineman, so now I'm the best lineman in the world, and you want to be confirmed that way. But it's not really the money. Okay, we're going to come back to these. So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. For this sums up the law and the prophets. Who wants these things? On some level. Okay. And it's the good version of them. All of these are things that are okay. They're all neutral. And all of them have a side. Even when, I want morality, but it was those super moral people that walked by the man on the road, the Good Samaritan help. It was the people that had, I've never been late to church. Well, I'm walking by these people who need stuff. That'd be a problem. That'd be morality gone wrong. That'd be morality run amok. So every one of these has a downside. Every one of these can be overplayed, and most of them are overplayed. Actually, all of them are. Okay? Most of the time, and by us, who's overplayed all 6 of these things? Yeah. If you're about to get shot in the head, safety farm, maybe you hadn't overplayed that. And some of you have been through that. Okay, so you got a stated want, and then you got a presenting need. Information. Greg, let's do yours for a second. I got a stated want. Can I meet with you? I need your time, but the need behind that is really what? Advice. Let's put that in time. I mean, what does he want to do?
Well, we call him,
Space. That's more like our business, isn't it, Hurston? Need space, Henry? People need space? Good, you're glad, aren't you? Okay? It's a presenting need. Presenting need is time, but you really want to talk to me about what the best thing for my company to do is as we downsize or as we grow. Okay? Or what the best place to be is. And what's the need behind that need? Look, see, there's another one. Why does he want space?
for his business, for his right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you unpack it. Why does he want to make money?
For his family.
Really? He has 7 cars now.
He's got a big family.
And a 7,000 square foot house. And you actually know he's already very generous.
Right.
Okay? So then what is he really trying to do? Come on, look at this. Who's seen the deeper need or the presenting need be money, but it really was something else? Even the person who demands a raise. We had one yesterday. Somebody, I would need a raise, but really I'm really trying to do is make sure that my achievements equal to theirs, my status equal to them, because I heard Sherry got a raise. So it's this matters. This matters how you sell somebody space, because let's stay on space. If it's to grow the business, let's make it that way. And why do we want to grow the business?
Provide opportunity for more people.
Provide opportunity for more people. So what do you think inside of that person? So that person, you get a real one in mind. And I would say, let's say 8 out of 10 of the things we're going to get today they're not calling for some spiritual help. Who's going to be higher than that? It's going to be 9 out of 10, not calling for spiritual help. Who's going to be 9.5 out of 10?
You're saying, like, why does he want to grow his business?
Why does he want to grow his business?
Basic needs. He wants self.
We're not down on business. Business makes provision for others. We love business. I promote it. I want most of you to stay in it. Stay in it. Keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. Medical, lawyers, digital marketing, finance, changing the world. Keep doing that. It's providing needs for others. But to serve somebody, you need to know their motivation, their need behind their need. You need to know what they're really trying to do. And it's not the same.
Correct.
It's not the same. Somebody is doing it for money, and that's not bad. They may do very good things with their money. They might. None of these are bad in themselves. We are not putting this down. We're saying you need to know which of these motivating factors. So I need to read them to you, okay? Then think of the guy you're thinking about. Is it more, I'm trying to gain more material resources? Or status, I want to be the best at this? I want to be known as the best at this. Who's got a client who you know they're just trying to be the best at this? So status, autonomy, who's doing it just for more freedom? If we grow this business and get it to here, then I'll be really free. Who knows somebody like that? And that could be good and bad too. I want to get past the play. Who's doing it for morality? So if he is doing it to help all the needs of the people, like we're talking about to create, then I want to create and do things great for people. Who's got somebody like that? They're doing it. I want to be more moral. Who's doing it for achievement? Who do you have trying to accomplish this? Again, we said this is probably Jobs on his. He's got a really fancy space out there he created. It's a big circle. How many square feet are in that thing? Like 4 million? To achieve the greatest, that'd been a great deal, wouldn't it? Person, you like to have built that thing? It's been good. So you need to know yours too, by the way. So but what's he trying to do? He's trying to change the world, trying to help the world think so different, have such different technology, and we're going to get everybody in an environment where they can learn and do better, but it's going to help us change the world. Who's got a world changer client? And then affiliation. He might just be having lunch with you because he needs a buddy. It's a long-time client. He's moved 3 times. You don't think he's really going to move. He doesn't really want to move. But he needs to talk it through. You got some of those? Too many of those. So do they need space or not? No, he needs assurance, okay? And that assurance then leads to
doing the right thing.
I'm loved and cared for, and so I have self-esteem. I can call that Greg DeWitt anytime, any night, and he'll meet me the next morning before noon. I know he will.
Might meet you that night.
Because I need to know I belong. I need to know I'm worthy. So see how this fits into the money thing? Okay. Of these, we've got 10 minutes left. Which 4 do you think are the most important that you want to spend 2 minutes on to wrap up? Material resources, status, autonomy, morality, achievement, or affiliation?
Material resources.
Material resources. Some of you guys are working in the business where money matters. Okay. And you can't grow your business without money, yes? So again, not negative. Morality and affiliation. Let's hit those 3. Maybe we'll hit one more on the way. Material resources.
Anyone who has been stealing must steal no longer, but must work, doing something useful with their own hands, that they may have something to share with those in need.
We're not really picking on stealing here as much, but how does this frame material resources in a way that helps? Especially the one who really needs it. They may have not gone about it well in the past, because there's been a lot of stuff out there. But how does this frame that? If you really need it, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Because once I have enough, it probably becomes about something else. Probably. Now, some just can't disassociate status with material resources. And then you got to help them with both. You really got a status material resource problem. So I want to know both. We'll get to status in a minute.
They'll also will answer, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or needing clothes or sick or in prison and did not help you? He will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for the least of these, you did not do for me. Then they will go away to eternal punishment, but the righteous to eternal life.
How does that help frame it? So this framed it is important. Everybody needs them. If you know somebody who doesn't have them, and who wants material resources enough to get through the day? How many of you really want to make sure you have enough to get through today?
Everyone.
Okay, we're going to go a little further. How many want to go for the month? Who are really worried about make sure they have enough to get through the month? The year?
A lifetime.
The decade. Okay, good. How many really want to make sure you have it for your full life? Okay. How many are trying to do it for life past you? Okay? So, it's showing you the purpose of it. If you have enough, the purpose of it is to share. Even if I just get to where I can get a job, have enough to share. I can fit right at do what you want. If you want that for yourself, do you have any particular right to have more than somebody else? You might do better good with it. But unless you do better good with it, because that's what Jesus said. Jesus really cares about the poor, the disadvantaged, the foreigner, the widow. He really cares. He's really super clear about this. And this is one of those toughest passages in the whole Bible. Are you seeing somebody who needs something? Help them. So he's saying do something about it. And he's saying it's not too late. It's not too late. And so, by the way, I think Memphis did a pretty good job of sheltering people during that time because so many people have done so much good stuff. So let's go expand the shelter. Let's help in a way that put 4 more beds there. Let's keep going. Status was one. Read this on status.
Jesus called them together and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentile lord it over them, and their high officials exercise authority over them. Not so with you. Instead, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant. And whoever wants to be the first must be your slave. Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many."
And the context of this verse really matters. That Peter, James, and John had gone up the mountain and seen Jesus transfigured. And Peter was so nervous about the thing he tried to put up shelters because Moses and Elijah were up there. Oh, well, let's get them a place to live. Bam, bam, bam. He went kind of crazy for a minute. We got to help him out. But James and John coming down, maybe in one version in the Bible, after talking to their mother, wait a minute, you really are the king of the earth. You really can do this. Can you help me out? Can we sit at your right and left? We want your ultimate status. We want to be right there with you. We see that you really are ultimate status. We just want to be right there with you. And he's saying, this is what you've been complaining about on the road every day. That the Romans are oppressing you. That you're that the people in the power don't use it well. And now you're asking for the same thing. You go and serve. The highest status is found in serving others. How do we know that? The Bible tells us so. 5 years old I've been singing that. Greg, you've been, because the Bible tells, yes, the one with the most power, the most status, the most glory came down and served, and that's the greatest status. That's why at the name of his name, every knee will bow and every tongue confess that he is Lord. Because he came down. So my highest status, who knows somebody who's got great status but doesn't think they have enough? They're not going to get it by getting more status. It doesn't matter. Paul Young says, you're now the number 1 Memphian. Way to go, Johnny. They'll want more. They'll want Nashville. They'll want more people to know. Because if status can't feed it. So now you can help them. One way you can get status is to go and mentor somebody. Whatever your gift is. You're really good at financial services. You're really gifted at this or that. Go help somebody else do it. It's not all. If shame's in it, it's no good. But I got to go pass from shame to conviction and see what I have. Oh, would I like being out there? Now I got to go help somebody else. Okay. We didn't say control or contempt. Did we say autonomy? Huh? What did we say next? We said morality. Who's got somebody who's super moral? Are they trying to be more moral? See, if that's where my identity is, I make mistakes on all 6 of these, okay? I'm not clean on any of them. So, if my identity's in my morality,
There's no one righteous, not even one. There's no one who understands. There's no one who seeks God. All who have turned away, they've together become worthless. There's no one who does good, not even one.
Okay. You mean the people that got up for a 7 a.m. study on leadership and what the Bible has to say about it are not perfectly moral?
100% not.
100%.
News to me.
Neither is the leader. No one, not one. So the way we help them, if that's their issue, you see that they're really a moralist, a lawkeeper. Law's not all bad. The lawkeeper, we got to help them see we're all the same. The guy you say you hate, because mostly that moralist is talking about the people who aren't doing it right. And if I do that, I'm the very same. So I got to know that.
But because of his great love for us, God, who is rich in mercy, made us alive with Christ, even when we were dead in transgressions. As it is by grace, you have been saved.
Oh, you got nothing. You're bringing nothing, but you got everything. Made white as snow, made clean, purer than anything. He sees you perfectly. He sees you as a child. We'll just cover that. Ultimate self-esteem, you're a child of God. The two biggest things, safety and self-esteem. And if I don't have safety, if I might get shot tonight, I want that self-esteem. I want to know where I'm going. I'm not as worried. I could help somebody if I did that. Okay? There are other great verses on it. The other was achievement. You want to make sure you covered it, right? Who's got somebody who's just trying to achieve everything? Some of these people that want more space or want a new loan or trying to achieve things. Oh, can I own the whole Monopoly board? Right? I want to get my. You got 842 properties. How can I get 800? Help me do it. I'm going to achieve it. The goal's in the property. You've seen it, right? How many can I get? How fast can I get them? So that's achievement.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving.
Oh, my achievement. I got to help that person know what they're really working for. So I validate their achievement that's good. I help them see their achievement that's not, because that's the path. He's an achiever. He's an achiever. He's an overachiever. Who works with an overachiever? And the more they achieve, what?
The more nervous they get about losing it.
Yeah, and the more they want to achieve. I'm really good at this. The NBA stars really have trouble with that. Past, right? I got to go do all this other stuff because I've been in the center of achievement. I've been the best at this. I've been the best at that. So I need Jesus. It's so simple, but it's not. So it doesn't show up that way first. If I go straight to Jesus, I'm not doing any good. I got to go the need behind the need, the need behind the need. Oh, you really want achievement? You really want status? You really want affiliation? And if I want affiliation, who wants something in affiliation? Like, name the things you want most as a group you're part of. If you're in a club or you hang out with others, what do you like most about that? Fellowship. Get to hang out with people. Get to fellowship. Deeper. Get what? Camaraderie. People, it's fun. Yeah, that's achievement and belonging together. I'm part of the best group.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not,
That's what's going to happen.
It's right, I'm saying, but that's part of it for a lot of people.
Yeah, and it's true even for NIL, right? This big crazy thing everybody's thinking about because there are lawsuits out there everywhere now. But $1.4 million, if I give that and the team loses, what good is that to me? I want to be with a bunch of winners. So I got achievement in that at the same time. Look at all you get in the Christian community.
They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread and to prayer. Everyone was filled with awe at the many wonders and signs performed by the apostles. All the believers were together and had everything in common.
Doesn't that sound great? Doesn't that sound great? Breaking bread, being together. Who likes to eat with their friends? Like real truth, camaraderie. Somebody said that, talking about deeper stuff. All that stuff's really good. Your Thursday night group does that, doesn't it?
They sold property and possessions to give to anyone who had need. Every day they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of all the people. And the Lord added to their number daily those who were being saved.
They didn't need an NIL deal to be part of the community. They actually said, once they got part of the community, I don't need all this stuff. I need it. You don't have what I have, and you need the same. If I think I need that for myself, you need it too. There were no poor among them. That's a few verses later. Because they had such a tight community. So that community solves it. Invite them to the community. That's what Young Life's about. He gets belonging, he gets achievement. The kids get that. You get them all together, and they start to feel like this is pretty fun. We do some fun, dumb stuff. We do some fun, good stuff. But we start to feel belonging, and I'd drive out of the way to pick somebody else up. I'd stay up and study till 1 o'clock to go to Young Life till 9 o'clock. Bring them to, and it doesn't have to be a church function. Get 4 people together and love on them like this and speak about real truth. Because they do need belonging, they do need image of God, they do need self-esteem, they do need safety, as you said, but it's all found in a community that really cares about each other. So seek that community and give it to others. Do it in your work. Whose workplaces are some of your people's primary community? Probably half of the people in your workplace, it's the thing they affiliate the most with. Oh, I work here. I'm part of this team. It's that people confirm that I matter. It's the place where somebody really looks out for me. It's the place people are trying to help me get skills, trying to help me achieve, trying to help me have status. Now, again, now I'm using all the good definitions of this. It's all those 6 things in the workplace. You can do that for people. Why does Taylor spend all this time trying to help me? Oh, I think I'm going to ask her. I'm going to ask her. Seems like you never have a bad day. And then what would you tell him? If it's yeah, it seems like Taylor never has a bad day. Then what would you tell him?
Oh, do I care about him?
Yeah, first you'd say.
Yeah. I mean, because I know I'm here.
That's not fair. And first of all, you'd say, because I know you, say, I have a lot of bad days.
Oh, yeah, I would say that.
I have a lot of bad days. It's not all roses. Why do you smile all the time then? Well, I do have a way that I realize who I really am, and that this circumstance doesn't affect who I am or doesn't affect my status. And then I realize you all need it too. Because that does motivate you to help those 3 people. And you can think of the 3 right now. My status, I've found my achievement. Everything can be wrapped up in that belonging of trying to help somebody else. Excellent work, blesses others, and eventually leads to Jesus. Lord, thank you that you made us to work. You gave us why? You gave us specific talents and gifts and situations and experiences and a heart and a mind and a soul that's at rest when we do as you say, when we follow the way you provided. Help us to know that. Help us to know we've never been too stressed out when we're doing what for you the best we can, working for you to bless others. Help us to know it, and then help us to do it, because you're the King, and you've made it all happen already. It's finished, it's done, and let us to walk in it. In your name, Jesus, amen.